gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Documents say a woman shot to death in front of her 2 children was also about 4 months pregnant. Sierra Johnson.
Wow. Whew. These pregnant women are getting that work from these super gremlins. Sheesh. They're getting that work from these super gremlins. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it doesn't even, it's not even crazy for these sisters to be out here saying black women are the most unprotected. Yeah, y'all are unprotected from the dudes that you start messing with, from the super gremlins that you mess with. Yeah, the same dudes who are supposed to protect you are not protecting you. That's what's going on. I mean, even if you look at the Tioni Thea situation, they were interviewing his father. It looked like he was there. He was there, but was he really there? You know what I mean? So there are no responsible men really out here in the community protecting anybody but themselves. And I don't even blame these men, okay? Because Pookie and Ray Ray, yeah, they gonna do what they do. They gonna kill each other off and whatnot. And they're gonna, you know, go back and forth. And they're gonna protect themselves if they gotta bust a gun, this and third, whatever. But think about the educated lames. I mean, what are the educated lames supposed to do? Right? But protect yourself. I mean, think about it. Why, as an educated lame, would you go back to the hood to try and protect these sisters who are dating the same dudes that are killing them? Okay? And I think that people assume that, hey, y'all abandon y'all community. Nah. We just understand that you can't go back. You can't. There's nothing left there. There's nothing left. So that's why we move on. And I know this is a bad word, but we assimilate to rational, logical, law and order cultures. Because in the community, there is no law and order. There is no justice. There's not even street justice. It's just a whole bunch of random super gremlins running wild.
And was 27 years old from Northeast D.C. Police say she was shot in her car a week ago tonight along Georgia Avenue in Northwest. The kids were in the back seat at the time, and thankfully they were not hurt. A suspect made his first court appearance today, 27-year-old Joseph Fox of Capitol Heights, Maryland. Court documents show he and Johnson were lovers.
Right now, we have some breaking news out of the district. Multiple people shot on Connecticut Avenue Northwest overnight.
Our Bob Bonner just arrived on scene, joins us now live with what he's hearing from police. Bob, what do you know?
Hey, Marissa Wisdom, we understand 4 people have been shot. A huge police presence here on Connecticut Avenue, which is closed between Albemarle and Yuma Street. You see a lot of the police here. They're still investigating this thing, so we don't have a lot of details. But if you take a look to the right here, this is the lobby of the Days Inn at 4400 Connecticut Avenue, and it appears whatever happened inside this hotel here. We have been told by police that 4 people have been shot. 2 of them were transported to the hospital by ambulance. 2 others went to the hospital on their own. So the degree to the seriousness of the injuries, we're not sure, but it is 4 people shot. We don't know if there are other people who were involved who are.
Woo! So you can't even go to the hotel without getting clapped. This is the name of the game, guys. This is the name of the game. Wherever you are and there are super gremlins in the vicinity, it's a no-go. Because think about this. They shot up a hotel. There are rooms right next to you. Right next to you. Honestly, I would not want to have a room next to these super gremlins. That's bad news.
Or out and about, or if it was something between these four people and it is self-contained, we just don't know. But right now, a police investigation, and we're going to try to find out more details in the coming minutes. We're just getting here. But if you're heading out, just to keep this in mind, Connecticut Avenue here again between Albemarle and Yuma Streets closed right now for this investigation.
Disturbing news, but we'll certainly check back in throughout the course of the morning as we get more details.
All right, in the meantime, let's get to our top story this Thursday. Breaking out in the district, multiple people shot early this morning on Connecticut Avenue Northwest.
Fox 5's Bob Barnard is live on the scene and joins us with what we are learning from police. And Bob, there have been some recent updates.
Yeah, a little confusion here whether someone has actually been killed or not. We do believe, according to police, 5 people have been shot. This is the days in here on Connecticut Avenue.
Wow. And obviously this is Northwest DC. Honestly, it's getting tired. There needs to be something done ASAP, but will there? Not likely.
4400 Connecticut Avenue. You see police are still here, obviously. This happened around 3 o'clock. The commander for 2D here tells us there was a party going on and that shots were fired.
Guys, and I'm just going to say this, and people are going to be like, what do you mean? Look, bruh. If it was organized by a super gremlin, I'm not going. Point blank. All right. Now, if it was educated lame, cool. I'm all for that. I love educated lame parties, for real. They be the best parties. But soon as the super gremlins hear about the educated lame party, see, this is the problem with going to a PWI. And okay, so there's a dynamic. If you're at a PWI, predominantly white institution, when it comes to the university that you go to, obviously there usually is a separation. Like there's black frats, there's white frats, whatever. Okay, we get that. When you go to the black fraternity parties, they're always really fun because educated lames are really fun dudes. Most of the time they're good dudes. But the problem lies when there is 1 or 2 educated lames who are on the border of becoming a super gremlin, and they're playing with both lives, really, right? And they bring in some friends or some locals, is what we usually call them, some locals, which I'm a local, but yeah, I mean, I'm a different type of local. But they start bringing in all these local super gremlins, and then fights, shootings, druggings even. Some of these super gremlins be dropping a bean in shorty's drinks. I've seen it happen at multiple educated lame parties. And it's just upsetting, okay? But like I said, man, if the party is organized by a super gremlin, nowadays I'm not even going. Like, even if it is an educated lame party, the chances of super gremlins hearing about it and getting to it are very high, and it always leads to some type of just unnecessary situation. Senseless. 5 people have been wounded. Earlier, police told us one person, a woman, was found dead in one of the rooms here. The commander is telling us that person is actually in extremely critical condition. We were told earlier that 4 women had been shot. Now the commander is saying there is a man involved. 4 women shot. Dog, you shot the hoes. These dudes are so infested with the super gremlin mentality, the demon time mentality, that they shooting the hoes. See, back in the day, you couldn't come to we're not gonna invite you unless you bring some girls. This dude's shooting the chicks. I mean, what can we even do about that?
At least one of the victims, the shooting victims now totaling 5, is a man. He says they're all at the hospital. Some took themselves there. Others were transported. And again, this was during some kind of party here. What this was all about or whether there are any other people involved, they're not telling us. They don't have any kind of lookout for any potential suspects other than the 5 who were involved, and all have been shot. Spoke earlier this morning with a baker at Bread First nearby, Justin Johnson, who came to work and saw all the commotion here.
So around 3:20, we just saw like first an ambulance came, and then about, I don't know, 5 or 6 cops showed up, and then like the whole precinct came, and then so we don't know what exactly happened. But I came out here and looked, and we just saw it getting taped off. And one of my other coworkers came down on a bike because she rides into work, and she saw a body coming out on the gurney, and you know that's all we know.
Now, because this investigation is ongoing, Connecticut Avenue between Albemarle Street and Wyndham Place is closed right now. So traffic heading southbound, northbound diverted around this particular block. We spoke to a gentleman who lives here across the street from the Days Inn. He says that for a time it's been used as a halfway house, a homeless shelter. Early on during the pandemic, the overflow from some of the hospitals, some patients were put into this hotel and, you know, as a kind of a quarantine location for some folks. The police commander says there have been drug issues involved with this hotel over time. Not sure what, if any, of all of that has to do with the shooting overnight. But again, we were told one person was killed, guys. Apparently that woman is still alive at this hour. At least that's what they're officially telling us this
All right, we praying for Shorty. Hopefully she make it through.
morning.
All right, Bob, I know you're going to stay on top of the story and get us more details throughout the morning.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Guess what? I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.